I don't cover this kind of stuff too much over here, but we have crossover with Hollywood right now because one of the things that Hollywood decided to do a few years ago, as I'm sure you remember, back in 2016 when all of this started, Hollywood decided they were going to pretty much take a stand during all of the political turmoil and pick a side, thus alienating like half the country. And, you know, Hollywood has kind of been struggling since. There's a lot of other factors in there, the quality of the productions they put out and rebooting everything and remaking everything. All of these things contribute to the poor state that Hollywood is in. But in my opinion, it all kicked off in 2016. That's when things really, really got bad. And we were leading up to a lot of this cancel stuff then and what you can and can't say and like woke busters that came out with that female Ghostbusters movie. It was kicking off before then. But when Hollywood really took a stance and decided they were going to go all in on the Trump hate train, like they really started to go off the rails, and I think that was just another nail in the Hollywood coffin. So yesterday, there was a debate. It was very one-sided. I'm sorry, but no matter how you feel about him, Trump pretty much destroyed him. Biden looked like he didn't even know where he was at times. So everyone's talking about that. You have people talking about replacing him now. A lot of big far left people, like the Young Turk people, that one dude that I forget his name, Chank. That's his name, I think. He was out there saying it's time to replace this guy. You almost wonder if they just threw him out to the wolves so they could get people talking about taking someone else and putting them in his spot. But the real comedy gold has been coming from the people in Hollywood. Like Jon Stewart here, who was pretty much left speechless by the performance that Biden put on. He really didn't know what to say. He did say one thing: this cannot be real life. But this isn't the real clown show. There's cope everywhere. But the cope coming from a lot of his biggest supporters in Hollywood, like Mark Hamill, really brought out some laughs. Mark Hamill, as you know, has been going all in. He's riding with Biden. He's been all in on it. Like every day he's talking about Biden and how great he is. He's amazing, greatest guy in the history of our country. He did not have a good day yesterday, and Hamill had a little bit of a meltdown, as you can see. He's not the only one, ladies and gentlemen. There's a whole bunch of them that had meltdowns last night. Holiday celebrities rage at CNN as Biden struggles during debate. What is wrong with these two moderators? I actually thought the moderators were pretty fair. I was kind of shocked because it's CNN, right? So I was kind of shocked by that. But of course, they expected them to protect him because they all know this guy. I mean, this guy doesn't even know where he is half the day. And I don't even want to get into it because YouTube's really fickle on this kind of stuff. But let's take a look at some of these responses. Here's Barbara Streisand. What is wrong with these two moderators who let Trump change the subject? They ask him a question, but then let him go on a rampage about something else. Not fair. John Cusack. I like to call him Cuckack because all he does all day on his social media is whine and complain about Republicans, crying about Trump all day. Like, he must be looking for a job. Can you not find any more work, John? Is that what's going on? You haven't been in anything in a while last time I looked. So what are you doing? You just looking for a job? Is that why you're doing this every day? Because that's what I call this kind of virtual signaling. I call it a job application. When you see a lot of these, especially if they're white, they like to go out there and just virtue signal all day about politics and stuff like that. And I think it's because they're talking about the right kind of politics. And especially when you have people like John who are kind of being phased out by Hollywood, I feel like they're just doing this so that they can try to get work. Look, I have the same beliefs as you. Hire me. So here's some more from Ellen Barkin, who had a real big meltdown. There's a whole thing dedicated to her meltdowns. She went on a rampage. If you don't know who she is, she was the one sole lone ex of Johnny Depp that came out and tried to smear him when he was on trial. That's who she is. She used to be something in Hollywood. She's not really much anymore. She's confined to grandmother roles now, I would imagine. This is going well. First question is a Biden attack. CNN debate is a Trump campaign rally only sponsored by CNN. There's John Cryer. You know who he is? Two men and a baby. What do they call that show? With Charlie Sheen. Actually, it was funny. The early seasons of that show were pretty funny. 2.5 Men, that's what it was called. He's been out there big time whining about politics lately. He must be looking for work, too. How can you debate a liar? He responds, especially if the moderators won't say a word about it. Because the one that was lying about a lot of shit was this one right here. It's from Sophia Bush. None of us can believe the shit coming out of his mouth, and I'd wager none of us can fathom why none of the moderators are fact-checking Trump's stream of lies. And then here's one more. A bully unleashed a punch at a General Hospital and lie repeatedly without constraint is not a debate. It's a terrorist attack. It was a bad day yesterday for Hollywood. You'll be seeing a lot more of this. They're going to be coping all week. I won't be surprised if someone calls for him to be put in jail. Get him in jail. That's I really enjoyed yesterday's debate. I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. What's Hollywood going to do? They leveraged everything on this man right here. So let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.